And now let's open your books at page 48. We are going to talk about booking tickets for a performance. Exercise 1. You are to listen and repeat.
How can I help you? I'd like to book 2 tickets for... I'm sorry, but it's sold out. How about the 9 p.m. show? That sounds okay. How much are the tickets? Enjoy the show.
Exercise 2. The sentences below are from a dialogue between a clerk and a customer. What does Maria want to do?
Maria wants to book tickets for a theatre performance this Saturday.
Now let's listen and read to find out.
Hello, the Palace Theatre. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to book 2 tickets for the Rose, please.
OK, when for?
This Saturday at 6 p.m.
I'm sorry, but it's sold out for 6 p.m. How about the 9 p.m. show?
That sounds okay. How much are the tickets?
They're £40 each.
Right, I'd like 2, please.
Can I have your name, please?
Maria Ibragimova.
Right, Miss Ibragimova, your tickets are booked. You can pick them up at the box office half an hour before the show starts.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the show.
In exercise 3, you are to listen the dialogue again, take roles and read it aloud. Imagine you want to attend the Romeo and Juliet performance. You are to act out a dialogue similar to the one in the second exercise. Listen to the model.
Hello, the theatre company. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to book 2 tickets for Romeo and Juliet, please.
OK, when for?
This Sunday at 6 p.m.
I'm sorry, but it's sold out for 6 p.m. How about the 9 p.m. show?
That sounds okay. How much are the tickets?
They're £25 each.
Right. I'd like 2, please.
Can I have your name, please?
Bezkat Omarov.
Right, Mr. Omarov. Your tickets are booked. You can pick them up at the box office half an hour before the show starts.
Thank you.
Enjoy the show.
In exercise 5, we are to practice our pronunciation. Listen and tick. Listen and repeat.
I pick feel these this he's visit.
Can you think of more words with these sounds?
Hit. Did. Pit. Ease. Peas. Please.
And now let's speak about famous writers. Open your books at page 49. Before reading the text, let's get acquainted with new words.
Attend. Be accepted. Explore. Move. Name after. Play. Playwright. Professor. Success. Translate.
Now let's listen and read the texts.
William Shakespeare. The famous playwright William Shakespeare was born in the small town of Stratford-upon-Avon in the year 1564. Shakespeare attended school, most likely in Stratford, but there is not enough information as to whether he attended university or not. When he was 18, he married a local woman, Anne Hathaway. They had 3 children. A few years later, he moved to London. He had great success there, working as a playwright and becoming the leader of a group of actors, the Lord Chamberlain's Men. Shakespeare is one of the greatest writers in the English language and is the national poet of England. Some of his famous plays are Romeo and Juliet, Othello, and King Lear. He died young at the age of 52 in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1616. Mukhtar Orzov. The great Kazakh writer and professor Mukhtar Orzov was born on the 28th of September 1897 in Semey, Kazakhstan. He learnt how to read at home. Mukhtar wrote his first play, Enlik Kebek, in 1917 at the age of 20 while he was still in university in Kazakhstan. After meeting his wife Rayan, he was accepted to continue studying at Leningrad State University in Russia, where he learnt many languages and translated Nikolai Gogol and Shakespeare into Kazakh. They had 2 children. As the years passed, he became very famous, travelling the world and exploring new places. Today, many places in Kazakhstan are named after him, including the Orzov Institute of Literature and Art and a neighbourhood in Almaty. His most famous work is a long novel called Abay Zholov, but he also wrote plays, operas, and even scripts for films. He died in Moscow in 1961.
In exercise 1, you are to complete the table with information about the 2 writers. Let's check.
William Shakespeare was born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, in 1564. He went to school and then got married at 18 to Anne Hathaway. They had 3 children. Shakespeare achieved great success. He was one of the greatest writers in the English language, and he has been called the national poet of England. Some of his works are Romeo and Juliet, Othello, and King Lear. He died in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1616. Mukhtar Orzov was born in Semey, Kazakhstan on the 28th of September 1897. He went to university and became a professor. He had 2 children with his wife Rayan. He became very famous and today many places are named after him. His most famous works are Enlik Kebek and Abay Zholov. He died in Moscow in 1961.
And now let's watch the video about these writers.
Famous writers. There are many famous writers around the world. Let's look at 2 important writers. William Shakespeare was a famous playwright in England. He was born in the small town of Stratford-upon-Avon in the year 1564. Shakespeare attended school, most likely in Stratford. When he was 18, he married a local woman, Anne Hathaway. They had 3 children. A few years later, he moved to London. He had great success there, working as a playwright. Shakespeare is considered one of the greatest writers of the English language. He is the national poet of England, too. Professor Mukhtar Orzov was born on the 28th of September 1897 in Semey, Kazakhstan. When he was at university, he wrote his first play, Enlik Kebek, in 1917 at the age of 20. After meeting his wife Rayan, he was accepted to continue studying at Leningrad State University in Russia. There he learnt many languages. He even translated Nikolai Gogol and Shakespeare into Kazakh. As the years passed, he became very famous. Today, many places in Kazakhstan are named after him. His most famous work is a long novel called Abay Zholov. Do you know any other famous writers? Who is your favorite?
And now your task exercise 2. You are to think of a writer in our country, collect information, and then write a short text about him or her. Pay attention to correct spelling. You are to write name, where and when they were born, some examples of their works, and their achievements. You are to write more than 50 words. Listen to the model.
Abai Kunimbaila was a famous Kazakh poet and philosopher. He was born in Karaul on the 10th of August 1845. His most famous work is the Book of Words. His creative poetry changed the way people think, and today there are many statues of him, as well as schools, and even a city is named after him.